Good evening and welcome. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, opening the Amateur Radio Exchange Group, AREG, for Wednesday, February 2nd, Groundhog Day, 2022. This is week 1481 that AREG has been on the air. My name is Chuck, and my station is located in East Hamilton below the escarpment. This informal simplex net, originally founded by John VE3JSU, is on every Wednesday night, starting at 8 p.m. and ending at 10 p.m. local time here on 146.430. And while this is a simplex net, it is likely that not everyone will be able to hear everyone else. This should not discourage you from participating, and it may encourage some of you to improve your station. And keeping in mind that relaying communications has a long history in amateur radio, and so we encourage the practice to ask for a relay when a station is unable to hear the other party or to pass on a message. We also ask that you please leave a 2-second delay between transmissions to allow other stations to break in. May I now have check ins for this evening's AREG?
Victor Alpha 3, Alpha
3 Lima, Delta Zulu.
Okay, I heard Rick come in the strongest, but he was doubling with another station there. That other station, go ahead, please.
Papa Delta Lima.
Charlie.
All right, I heard 4 stations there: AXJ, LDZ, PDL, and VJC. Happy Groundhog Day, everyone. Do you think we're going to get 6 more weeks of winter? I do. Let's take it up to Rick, VA3 AXJ.
I don't put too much faith in the groundhog, I'll tell you that. Yeah, I'm just, I relocated a lot of snow yesterday with the snowblower and made room for the next batch and kind of did a little bit too much, so I've been pretty well flat, for the rest of the day today. I didn't do nothing. Other than that, I'm ready to go out and do it again. I got someplace to put the snow this time.
Yeah. We, I previously mentioned there that we have two vehicle parking in front of our house because there's a driveway on either side of our house, so there's enough room for 2 vehicles. But during the last storm, no one parked there other than my wife. So the parking spot behind us turned into a snow pile. And so, well, it looks like she'll be able to get her spot back when she gets home from work tonight. So that's a bonus. But yeah, nobody's come by to pick up those excess piles of snow. They're just relying on the weather. But there are nonetheless big piles, and of course that rain helped a little bit. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. A lot of people are complaining about their neighborhoods got big snow piles on the corner where people cross the street and that. So, yep, they're behind, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, according to the radar, the map there, it kind of looks like it's iffy, eh? It looks like we're just on the edge of it. So I'm kind of hoping we don't get it. But if we do, well, then we get it. And we'll have to be out there for a few hours, I guess, cleaning it back up. Other than that, nothing else is going on here. We're pretty quiet. Laying low. Enjoying the time I got just to do nothing. So back to you, and I will be hanging in there for a bit. VA3 AXJ.
All right there, Rick. Well, you take it easy, and well, you got that little gizmo to help you out whenever you need it there, the TENS machine. So good for you on that. All right, Rick, thanks for checking in. We'll talk to you in a bit. Let's go to number 2 on my list, and that is VE3LDZ. Larry, good evening, sir.
Oh, good evening, everybody. Yep, not much just waiting for the phone call when the snow hits the ground. See, it's snowing now, but apparently I can see they say we're not going to get as much as they were thinking, which is good, I guess. But yeah, not much going on.
Yeah, right on. I just noticed a temperature drop there in the last hour and a half, I guess. Went from 4 degrees down to 0. And within the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes maybe, it started to snow over here by the center mall. And my dog came in from outside there, just covered in it, had to wipe him down. So, yeah, well, we'll get what we get. Do you think we're going to get 6 more weeks of pure winter or no, Larry?
I don't know. I hope not, but well, I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, for sure. And if anybody wants to gas up there, you better wait till you go to the res. They're talking about gas going up again, up to $1.55 a liter for regular gas. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I took a trip up to the res there. $1.34 for gas. It was $1.53 down here.
Yeah, so they're saying at least 1 penny rise there at midnight. So, but it's starting to look rough on the streets now. So I wouldn't want to be out there. That's for sure. Okay, Larry. Thanks for checking in. We'll check back with you in a while there, unless you get a phone call and you got to head into work. Just cut in and let us know. VE3LDZ in the east end of Hamilton. Let's go up the hill to VE3PDL. And Paul, Winter Field Day will be a question for you. Did you participate? Did you make any contacts? Either or. And apparently a solar flare from Saturday was supposed to hit today. Now I checked the HF bands and they were crap. I loaded up my AC log and not one station was listed for a bit there. So how about you, Paul? Welcome.
Yeah, thanks, Chuck. Yeah, I had the same result. 20 meters wasn't too bad for a little while. But that was the only band. The others were kind of just local American stuff kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely not much going on there. Whether it's from the solar flare, I guess it probably would be, but yeah. And what was your other question there? Something about, oh, yeah. Yeah, I think we're going to get stuck with 6 more weeks, by the way.
Yeah, so do I. Winter Field Day, well, it was on this weekend. Did you make any contacts? Or I know you don't participate in contests, but did you make any contacts?
Just a few POTA contacts there, helping out Dave, and yeah, that was about it. I didn't do the field day thing with the 1H or H1 or whatever. No, like you said, it's kind of not my thing. But I listened to a bunch of it.
Yeah, right on. Well, I know Saturday I started to listen and check the band map, and 20 meters was just hopping right at 2:00 there. It was all 20, 20, 20, and I wasn't getting much luck. I don't know. I may have to move my wire or something, but yeah, I'm just pointed north and south, so I'm reflecting east and west. So I don't know if that has something to do with it, but yeah, kind of gave up on that. And then Saturday evening was date night, so there's no radio whatsoever involved. And then Sunday morning when I got up, I jumped on there and got about 11 contacts within a half an hour. So at least I got to use my software for the contest there. So, anyways, other than that, there, Paul, how's everything with you and the family there? All right.
Yes, sir. Everybody's tickety-boo. No complaints over this way. Same thing. I took the dog out. He came in with like an inch of snow on the top of him. All the sidewalks and the roads are covered again with snow. So, see how much we get.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, my sidewalk's not covered yet, but my walkway is with snow. So probably because of all that water sitting on the sidewalk. That's why. All right, very good, Paul. As always, jump in anytime, sir. VE3 PDL. Let's go to the North End and say hello to VA3 VJC. North End, Richard, good evening. Okay, I'm looking at the YouTube stream now, and Richard just conveyed that his battery died. So we'll put your bean in the pot there, Richard, and thanks for joining us and trying. I did hear you. I guess that was your first and last radio key up there for the night. Okay, very good. Well, let's see who else is out there like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. My name is Chuck, and I'm located here in East Hamilton, below the escarpment. Any new check-ins, please come now.
The Trey Bravo Kilo. Victor Alpha 3, the Mike Whiskey is 1 Hotel Golf Tango Alpha. Bird.
Okay, well, I only heard 2 stations, but it sounded like there was a double in there. I've got BK and IMW. Anyone else?
VE3FJJ.
VE3FJJ. Flynn, you always seem to be doubling in when you're checking into my net here. What's going on with that? Just hang in there, buddy. We'll get to you real soon. All right, so let's go up to, downtown and say hello to Rick, VE3BK. Welcome.
OYL was in there as well, Chuck. Ladies first.
All right, well, let's take OIL then. I'm sorry I didn't hear you, Deb. VA3 OIL.
Good evening, Chuck, and everyone on net.
Oh, there you go.
My timing was off. All is good here. I'm hunkering down for the snow, and hopefully we don't get too much.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, got 2 questions tonight. Hey, did you know that well, not you, but everyone else too, groundhogs only live on average 3 years? Okay. Now, I just read in the news today, yesterday, the groundhog that does a town in New Jersey passed away 1 day before Groundhog Day, but he did live to be 6 years old. So he had a good full life. Anyways, for you, Deb, you thinking 6 more weeks or no? And the second question is winter field day. Did you participate?
Poor groundhog. He probably thought, oh, I'm going to have so much winter that I'm just going to keel over. Yeah, I think it's 6 more weeks. I think everything's sort of a little bit later this year. And field day, winter field day. No, I didn't even turn the radio on. Maybe next time.
Oh, okay. Surprising. And have you checked the airwaves today there? I just told PDL. I checked earlier, and my band map didn't show any contacts whatsoever for the first minute. And then 1 or 2 came up. So very slow on the HF bands today. And I noticed on VH or UHF there on RPAD's net, a couple of signals weren't as strong as they normally are on reverse. I know Mac was a little bit lower than normal, but I'm sure he'll do just fine on 2 meters. All right, Deb. Well, what else? What's new with you?
Not much. Yeah, I checked out HF today, but there was a lot of noise, I couldn't really hear much. Right now, I'm just sitting, putting my CDs on the computer, thinking of maybe getting rid of my CDs just to make room.
Yeah, I've been researching prices on thumb drives, and they're pretty cheap now. I mean, Jesus, you can get a lot of memory into those thumb drives now, and they don't. You don't have to plug in an external hard drive, or you just plug in into your USB, and yeah. So I'm also backing up a lot of things as well.
Yeah, it's hard to decide, right? External drive or thumb drive. The thumb drive, though, you knock it once, you bend the input, and then the thumb drive's no good. So you got to be careful. But I guess with anything, you have to be careful.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I have a habit of being like the wife calls me there, the Hulk. I Hulk out on things and break things. Um, it comes from years of working with having to tighten very large nuts on bolts that require torque wrenching and a lot of pressure being applied. So it took me a while to stop uh, forcing everything and breaking everything, but I still do it every once in a while.
Yeah. Well, I must say my music I have backed up on thumb drive, external hard drive, and CD. So I'm covered, I hope.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're going to stick around with us there, Deb?
Yes, I am. I'll let you carry on.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you very much, Deb. VA3OYL in the West End. Thank you, gentlemen, for letting Debbie go first. So let's go up to Rick now, VE3BK. Hello, Rick. Welcome.
Yeah, hello, Chuck and everybody on frequency. How's the audio? Is it okay?
It's a little bit hot. I'm wearing, compared to Debbie, anyways.
Oh, yeah, Debbie was a bit low compared to you, too. We're going to back up a little bit. And no, this is the mic I don't use often enough. I think I use it every Wednesday night, Chuck. Anyway, yeah, well, with questions, as field is, as far as field day goes, Winter Field Day, thanks for helping out our distributed station, and we got that all sorted out. We have to be on a legal frequency, as you know, so, and I was going to ask you a question about that, about what happens with battery power. Well, looks like you get 500 bonus points if you're on you're on batteries only. Batteries only. Alternate power, they call it. So anyway, so I found that 15 was open part of the time. I made a lot of contacts on 15 and 20 and mostly 80. 80. I made more contacts on 20 though, I think. And 15 though, I was surprised when some guy from Ecuador came in there, and he came in with an HO call sign, and I said, your call sign's HO, whatever, and yeah. And so are you in Ecuador? Yes, I am. Okay, so anyway, I count him on there, it's DX, and I had a little chat with the guy. Apparently he's American Ham. He said, don't send the QSLs direct. I don't receive them. And he was going to send me one, so I told him send me one, and I'll send him one back. But anyway, Winter Field Day went real good. We had 149 contacts, and 148 were good, Chuck. 148 were good. So everybody else that helped out with the distributed station pretty much had just the same number, pretty much, and then some dupes. I can't help it. I had a couple from the States come in, but I worked some states like Oklahoma, and some states you hardly ever hear. So I thought that was pretty good. But I know it did go dead there a couple times. didn't seem that great. Now that was field day, and so what was the other thing we were discussing there, Chuck? Over?
Oh yeah. Are you thinking 6 more weeks of winter?
Oh yeah, definitely six. Yeah, I think winter's going to be later this year. Never mind what the groundhog says. I think winter is definitely going to be another 6 weeks. But anyway, I haven't looked out. I haven't looked out recently, so I just hope we get the same amount Toronto gets. Toronto's supposed to only get 3 to 5 or something like that, and but I heard that we may get up to 20. So I hope not.
Yeah, well, the system that they showed on the news went all the way down into Texas. And so they said it was a very long system, so it would take some time to get through. I heard Arpad mentioning we're going to get snow for the next 3 days. So whatever, it is what it is. You got to be, prepared for everything. I mean, we are Canadian after all. Listen, I spent a winter in Winnipeg, and let me tell you, there and in Saskatchewan in the winter, where it's all open field, nothing to block the wind, she gets mighty cold there, I tell you.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah. Okay. Now you were talking about that. I forgot what I was going to say. Winnipeg. One of my AM friends is in Winnipeg. Mighty cold. Mighty cold. Another fellow I know is in Alberta. We talked to him on Skype once in a while, and he has a camera that he shows his backyard, and you can see how much snow there is. So they always have more snow and colder temperatures than we do. But every time I talk to Ridge in Australia, whoa, man, it's like plus 30 there Celsius. So really warm,
Yeah, yeah. Apparently, cave houses are a big thing in Australia and New Zealand. They have homes dug out of the rock and turned into houses. Apparently, the temperature is steady year round.
Well, that's what somebody was telling me about Ecuador. That's a good place to go for vacation or to go there year round if you want to retire something, because Ecuador, the temperature pretty much stays the same all year round. That's what I was told. Anyway, the other thing I was thinking about was solar flux. Solar flux yesterday was 130 or 140, I forget now, and over 100 anyway. So it's getting better. And this solar cycle is supposed to peak in July 2025. So things are on the upswing. So things will get a heck of a lot better on the hand bands. So some of these contests, the CQ Worldwide, we're working every band, and that was great. But then the one winter contest bands went dead, and this last contest, Winter Field Day, same thing. There was one part of time that only the low bands. You could only hear people on 80 and the odd guy on 40. And 160 was swamped with the CQ Worldwide CW contest. So lots of people on 160, but didn't hear anybody on phone. I heard 2 guys talking, just rag chewing, and so they weren't in any contest. And usually I found being a contester, you leave those guys alone because they don't appreciate you breaking in and asking for a contact. Anyway, that's all I got there, Chuck, and hopefully my buddy there, V3KCI, will come on, Art. So we'll stand by and listen here. Anyway, keep up the good work. You do a good job on here. Well, here Chuck. We go, brain fart, eh? Yeah, Chuck, you do a great job on here. BA3CJZ from B3BK in Center Hamilton.
Yeah, all right, Rick. Yeah, very true. Everything you said there. I know sometimes what I do is I'll just use my, I have an auto tuner, but I use a manual tuner. if I'm going to be making a lot of contacts, because you see, I have a Bluetooth USB dongle to hook up my radio to the computer, but that's the same port at the back of the radio that the auto tuner goes in. So I have to sacrifice one for the other. So what I do is let's say I'll go on 40 meters. I'll set my manual tuner to 7.200, and then I can go up or down and just key up and not worry about the SWR.
Oh, hey, that reminds me of something. I got a question for you. You use two different radios. Yeah, as long as you turn one off and turn one on, that's one radio. But yeah, on my own log, every time I go to either 70 centimeters or 2 meters or any place else other than HF bands, I have to enter the frequency in manually, and I find that's a bit of a pain, but it can be done. Can be done. You were explaining to me how your radio was on the other frequency there, so it sounds to me like though you could have done it. You could have done it by turning that radio to the right frequency, but on mine you can't do that on 440 because my HF rig doesn't have 70 centimeters or 2 meters, so I couldn't do that. I have to actually enter it manually. But I had a few errors in my log when I tried to put it in on robot, and zeros don't work for O's, and O's don't work for zeros, and you got to make sure that you have the rate report, like One Hotel, Southern New Jersey, say. I had One Hotel S, and then New Jersey on the other line, and I had to fix that up. So it was just typos. Going too fast there, Chuck, over.
Yes. O, it does not replace zero, and vice versa. Very true. Okay, there, Rick. Yeah, to give you a verbal explanation, other than in the email there, what I do is if I can't make a good, quick, easy contact with this radio, I'll switch over to my other Yaesu radio, the 757 GX here, but I can't have this radio on the same uh, band. So what I do is I just hit the band button and it goes down or up, and then that way I don't get feedback and all that nonsense. And I guess when I entered that one contact, this radio was still on the lower band there. That's why I got 4625. So, anyways, that's the explanation for that. All right, Rick, thank you very much, sir. We'll let you go for now. And if you're there when we call you, you're there. Thank you very much. VE3BK. Let's go up to the mountain again and say hello to Mac. VA3IMW. One Hotel.
One Hotel by the fireplace. Nice and cozy and warm. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Well, February 2nd, my dream movie, well, not my dream movie, Andy McDowell. She's the only person in the world that makes my wife jealous. Anyways, contest. Well, not really a contest. Winter Field Day. That was a lot of fun. Did a couple of hours each on Saturday and Sunday. I found that both 40 and 20 meters were pretty hot. Saturday was some work trying to work my way through some pileups. That's why I bounced over to 20 meters, picked up a few more, and then went back to 40. And on Sunday, I think I got on around 11 o'clock in the morning, and it was just bang, bang, bang. It was like a contact every 30 or 50 seconds or something like that.
Yeah.
So I was just working up and down the band and picking them up. But the good news is that this gave me a really good feeling for the omnidirectional properties of this inverted V setup I have with the end-fed long wire. So it gave me superb contacts all the way out to western Washington State. Obviously, the New England states, Jersey, and all the rest of that stuff, that's a piece of cake. All the way down to Florida. What I hadn't experienced before was Midwestern states, weekend, I typed all of my contacts into a little spreadsheet, and I sorted just to make sure I didn't have any dupes, and all 58 contacts were good. And I did I converted that to a text file, which I pasted into the online submission tool with the Winter Field Day website, and it all went in lickety split. So that was good news. Other than that, I don't think we're going to get 6 weeks of winter. That sounds awfully long. I think it's only going to be about a month and a half.
Month and a half, eh? Okay. Yeah, very good. I concur with that reasoning. Very good then, Mac. Yeah, I did all my contacts for the Winter Field Day on Sunday, of course, and at 1:33 in the afternoon I started, and by 1:45 I had 10 contacts. So what was it? 12 minutes later took me to make 10 contacts. It's too bad the contest didn't go past 2 o'clock. I would have had a lot more, but such as it is, it was still fun. Never get enough radio time that I want. I'm always, I help out around the house here, and then there's family and that kind of stuff. So radio has to come second, unfortunately, but not always. All right, there, Mac. You gonna stick around with us? What's cooking tonight?
Well, I saw some potatoes in the frying pan, so it's always good to have hash browns with something or else. And I'm not sure whether that's going to be thick cut bacon or something else surprising. I know there was some sausages that we picked up on the weekend, but hey, we'll see. We'll see. Tonight the missus is in charge of the kitchen, so she always does a great job, and there's always a pleasant surprise there. And I will certainly stick around, and I've got my ears wide open to see whether Art pops in, and I'll let you know if I hear anything there. Other than that, I just wanted to reiterate I was not going to go out and purchase logging software. I think that's counterproductive. I think you spend more time messing around trying to get it working properly when a paper log can go a long way. As long as you physically write something different in the zeros and O's. And being from the background I have in engineering and stuff, typically you mark a zero with a cross through it diagonally. That designates a zero so that you don't mistake a zero for an O. And then when you type it in your spreadsheet or whatever, then you're not going to make any mistakes. Anyways, that's it for now. And Paul, I know. Keep it short.
I don't know what you're talking about. I fell asleep.
Yeah, there's no timeout timer on that radio. All right, just kidding there, Mac. Nice to hear from you. Thank you, sir. We'll call you on you again real soon. And thanks for keeping an ear open for Art or anyone else that might be wanting to check in. But first, we're going to talk to Flynn in the east end of Hamilton here, VE3FJJ. Good evening, Flynn. Thanks for waiting.
Well, good evening, Chuck. No problem. And everybody on net, just thought I'd key up, say hello, and hope everything is well with you.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're doing good. Nobody's sick here. Just the normal aches and pains. Specifically, back pain is the worst for me, but we're doing good. I haven't shoveled snow in 2 weeks, so the Mother Nature is going to give me another shot. Looks like. Anyways.
It appears nothing is playing at the moment.
Okay. My Echo device just got activated somehow. All right there, Flynn. Nothing new and exciting with you. Are you waiting for a phone call to go clear some snow or no?
Oh, yeah. No, I work, like I said, I work my regular job, and then I do that when they call me. So yeah, I'm just waiting to see what happens. But yeah, that's about it there, Chuck.
All right. Well, I know you've got HF. Did you make any contacts this weekend?
Negative on that. I was just so busy doing stuff in the house, the honey-do list, keep the missus happy. So I'll catch it on the next one.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I was just talking about that kind of stuff. So, very good, sir. You're a good man. All right, Flynn, we'll call you on again real soon. VE3FJJ in the East End of Hamilton. Okay, then. Well, let's see if anyone else out there would like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is week 1,481 weeks that AREG has been on the air. My name is Chuck, and I'm here in the East End of Hamilton, and we are also streaming live on YouTube. Just put in VA3CJZ in the YouTube search box and look for us live there, or AREG week 1481. Any new check-ins, please come now.
Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta.
Okay, I only hear one station, RPAD, VA3VAD. Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Good evening, Chuck, and everybody else on the net. Sorry, I just came in. I went out to salt the sidewalk, and I can tell you the snow is coming down. It's wet snow, very heavy.
Yeah.
Good luck to clean it tomorrow morning.
Oh, yeah. Well, it is garbage night, so I am going to have to go outside. We'll probably do a quick pass and try and shovel whatever snow and ice that we can grab and move it out of the way. So tomorrow it's not too crazy slippery. Because at the bottom of my steps of my porch is about 3-4 feet off the, from the grass. So you walk down the steps and then all of a sudden look out, So you got to make sure that's free of ice.
Yeah, roger that. And I looked at the weather radar. Usually I'm using the American weather radar. It's much easier and better to see than the Canadian one. And if you guys go to just go to any search engine and put in Buffalo radar or the live radar, looks like this storm is stretching out all the way down to Texas.
Yeah.
And it comes in like a 45-degree angle, and looks like it's going to be with us for a few days for sure.
Yes. I was just mentioning that RPAD on the news. They showed how big it was, and it stretched all the way from Texas. So it'll be interesting if the cold air keeps with us and we getting snow, or if it's going to keep going back and forth to rain. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, looks like we are right on the border.
Yeah.
Below us, it's all green. Above us, it's all blue. So we are right in the divider. We have to see, and on the radar, you can put in the stream, so it's playing. And looks like exactly we're going to go, we're going to sit right on the middle. That's what it looks like to me. Toronto and even Detroit is getting more than us. Looks like they have snow over there. And Toronto is having snow. And south of Lake Ontario, it's rain.
Yeah, so that means it could go either way. I mean, we could get snow for a while and then rain, and then back. So yeah, it's a big system. But like I said earlier, we get what we get. Anyways, Pat, I think you were busy this weekend. Did you do any HF contesting or contacts, I should say?
Not really. I did not make any contacts. I wasn't. Actually, what I was doing, instead of using my radio, I used the SDR Play to listen into it. And they were busy. All the bands were quite busy. And no, I didn't do too much. We were on the road, and it was a nice weekend, so I didn't play too much radio. Sorry about that. If I was a real ham radio operator, probably I would be sitting in a tent somewhere,
in the bush.
Yeah, and then we could get you as a contact for Parks on the Air. That's okay, Arpad. All right, next question was do you think we're getting 6 more weeks of winter?
Yeah, I think we do because this Willie or whatever his name is, the little rodent, always sees his shadow. As far as I can remember back, and yeah, finally, I don't mind. I like cold, and yeah, that's the reason I'm here. Otherwise, I would move to Hawaii.
All right. You and me both, Arpad. Too bad things are so expensive there, but then again, you're in the on an island in the Pacific. You can only grow so much. That's why the prices are so high. Okay, Arpad. Yeah, hey, did you know that the average lifespan of a groundhog is only 3 years?
Well, yeah, I was involved with CNIB, and basically, the people who are they have visibility issues. They're giving them dogs, and to train one of these dogs, for example, is $25,000. So if you want a dog here in Ontario, and ODSP is going to cover you with that, you don't have to pay the $25,000, but they're not training dogs in Canada. You have to go to California or New York State, and you're gonna have to go through a training. Not only the dog has to be trained, you have to be trained with the dog. So that's how it works. Cost $25,000. Now, CNIB was saying technically it's costing them too much money because these dogs say they're dying every 8-10 years. By the time they train them, it's going to be like 2-3 years old anyways. So they have only 10 years left, maybe. And now they were talking about instead of training dogs, they're going to train miniature ponies. Yeah, it's not a joke. Miniature ponies. It's not that much bigger than a dog, but they live for 25 years.
Wow. A pony. Yeah, okay. Good luck walking that down the street. Uh, Getting on a bus. Sure, I know they live 25 years, but they're like 10 times more expensive to take care of than a dog. Anyways, we could talk about this forever, but that's interesting. Okay, Arpad, thank you very much. You have anything else to add, sir?
No, not really. You guys have a good night. I guess we are going to watch some movies, and hopefully you're going to have lots of calls. And thank you very much for taking my call. And you are a good sport. Thank you very much to keeping up the history with the net. Back to you, Chuck, and 73. Good night.
Okay, 73, Arpad, and you two have a good night. I'm actually shopping for an indoor TV antenna there on Amazon. I'm getting ready to pull the plug on the Bell cable bill. It's not worth $100 or so just for TV. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be getting one of those antennas, and we also have a Fire Stick TV remote. So that's coming in quite handy. The wife is really liking that. So, yeah, we have to try and shed as much bills as we can. I live in the dark most of the time because I keep the lights off and trying to save money on hydro. But, you do what you got to do. Okay, thank you very much, Arpad. VA3 VAD in the East End of Hamilton. Well, let's see who else is out there like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. Looking for check-ins. Please come now.
Contact?
Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry about that. We got our cable. We were paying $250, and it was a bundle. That's why we never got the cable, because the phone line, the internet, and the cable were bundled together. We paid $250 a month. Then finally, well, nobody used a phone line. Everybody has a cell phone. We
Yeah.
only use the internet. We never watched the TV, the 500 channel cable, whatever we had. You know what I'm using for antenna? Don't even bother to spend. The indoor antennas are not going to work very well. I'm using my ham radio antenna. You know, the 42 element 440 beam antenna. That's what I use for the TV. Everything comes in, and it is on the rotor. So just use a ham radio antenna.
Oh, that's interesting. I often wondered about that. Yeah, the UHF.
Yeah. Well, you can have a double beam. For example, I have a Pushcraft, a 3-element beam, and it's a 2 meter and 440. You got 3 elements for the 2 meter part, so that would cover your VHF. And you have only a few maybe 2 channels which runs VHF. Most of them are UHF anyways. So I'm telling you, it's working perfectly fine. It's aimed. I turned it towards to Toronto basically, and picks up all the channels what you can locally. Yep, that works very well for me. And most of the channels, you know, at the end of the day, frequencies are frequencies, right? So it doesn't really matter if it's a let's quote. You should see my fingers. A TV antenna. There's no such a thing as TV antenna. Ham radio for UHF is UHF basically. That's what it is.
Yes, absolutely. I agree. All right. Yeah, it's been a while since I've thought about that. So, but yeah, thanks for that advice. But I think I'm just going to keep using my my beams for my radio for now. It's a lot easier to. Well, I'm just $40 is the most I'm going to spend on the antenna, anyways. So no big deal.
Yeah, but it's not going to work. That's what it is because it's inside the building. Maybe you want to invest that $40 to get a switch box, and basically when you're using the radio, you switch it to. So basically, you have one antenna, one beam on the roof. Then one coax comes down, goes into the switch box. Then you can switch it to the TV, or you can switch it to the radio.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, that's what I do here with the radio. I have it on right now. I've got the switch box on the Diamond X200, and the other port is for my 2 meter or 70 centimeter, whichever one coax I put in there, and I just switch over to there. And but it got frozen there for a while. I finally freed it up, and it's not pointing in the right direction. I need to center it back to north, but we'll do that maybe tomorrow. Okay, Arpad, I do thank you once again for that information. Anything else, sir?
Yeah, take the rotor down and do the maintenance on it. You have to grease it every 5 years or so. All right, Chuck, 73.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, not doing it in the middle of February or the beginning of February. They can wait a little bit. All right, thanks again, Arpad. VA3VAD. Well, let's see if anybody else is out there like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu in the east end of Hamilton. Please come now.
VE3 LBI. Hey, Lima Juliet.
Okay, I heard 2 stations together there. I heard LBI and XLJ. Was there someone else? All right, well, let's go to Larry up on the mountain, VE3LBI. Good evening, Larry. How are you?
Good. Just outside, checking out, see what's going on. Very, very wet snow, but it's snowing pretty good. But at least it's not icy. The snow's kind of sucked up the water that was down, so I just walked outside to see what it's like. So I'm not going to walk around the neighborhood, let's put it that way, but at least our place isn't too bad. The driveway seems to be pretty much snow-covered now.
No, yeah. We got a similar report from Arpad. at his location there. He said he had just come back in from salting and whatnot out over there. So I'm looking at my security camera out front right now, and my walkway is covered in snow, and the sidewalk is also covered now. So yeah, not sure what we're gonna get, but we're good over here.
Yeah, let her come. Let her come.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said earlier, after all, we are Canadians living in Canada. And not only that, we live in the most southern part of the country. If you look at a map there are some U.S. states that are north of us, all across the board. So, yeah, we're pretty lucky that way. We don't get too many tornadoes coming through, uh, no hurricanes and mudslides, and we do have forest fires, but not like other parts of North America. So we're pretty lucky that way. Anyways, Larry, field day. Did you participate or not?
Did I actually? I didn't participate in the sense of taking anything contesting wise. I gave out some stuff. I think I gave Rick a few contacts, and there was a couple others I picked up on. I can't remember UFH, VFH. I don't know. One fellow I picked up on HF too, but I think most of my contacts were with Rick VE3BK.
Oh, okay, very good. Yeah, I remember you offered me there as well. Um, I ended up doing a little bit of contesting in the last half hour from 1:30 to 2 o'clock on Sunday there, and uh, I had installed the actual contest software, which I don't use too often, contest software, but I do have a package from the amateur contact log that I have, and that's from a fella with the call sign November 3 Fox Juliet Papa and 3FJP. You may have even contacted him, or people heard people on the air. He's the one that writes the software, and he's a hammy, and I already had the package, so I just looked for the contest, downloaded it, and figured out how to use it properly. And it was very easy, smooth, and streamlined. It's a very popular software. If you Google logging software, N3FJP is going to come up probably number one. And so for $25 for just the amateur contact log, or 50 for the entire package of about 100 different uh, contesting software, it was worth the money for me, because I tested out a whole whack of them there, Larry, before I decided to make a purchase, and I got upset with Ham Radio Deluxe because I went through the trial period and they booted me out. And then when I reinstalled it again to see what it was like again, they wouldn't even let me in. So I said, "The hell with you." And then I found this software here. So I'm quite happy with it. Amateur contact log from N3FJP. So other than that there, Larry, do you think we're getting 6 more weeks of winter?
Yep, and I think I started today. Yeah, I installed a package that one of the fellows told me about. It's called Log4OM. It's free. I've been using it now for 2 or 3 days, actually, and it works quite well. I'm quite surprised. It has rig control, so I just pick everything up, basically put in the call sign. Like even today I used it. I got 16 contacts today, and just a matter of putting the call sign in, and the rest of it picks up off the radio, and you just press enter and carry on. It's a good piece of software, and it's free, so it's quite useful.
Yeah, and another one is I think it's called NetLogger. That's another free one, and it does a lot too. So those are two also popular free logging softwares.
Well, NetLogger you use just to go to find the different nets that are on. The software I'm using is actually, you can use it for contesting, or you can use it just for straight logging. But NetLogger, that's where you find it where the actual a lot of the nets are happening.
Yep, yep. I know how it works. Like I said, I've tested everything they had out there, and the one I preferred was the amateur contact log, or AC log, as they say. All right, Larry. Anything else to add there of what's going on? How do you? Gas is going up again.
Yep, gas is always going to go up. Well, it's like everything else. So, yeah, I just did the free stuff, Chuck. That's all. And I found this one, like I say, somebody pointed it out to me, and it's free. So, I'd rather pay nothing than pay something for it. So, anyways, yeah, no, nothing too much. Oh, I think Vanya's in there too, coming up. If I heard him right. And Vanya, I did check about that party. I sent a message off to a couple of people about soda, and I got no response. They couldn't remember the lady's name. But there is quite a bit of information, I think, actually on YouTube. And I think there's also a site you can go to find more about it, an actual soda site there. You can find about the rules and the rest of it, and the actual summits that are available too, Vanya. Anyways, okay, I'll pass it back over to Chuck. Thanks for picking me up, Chuck.
All right, not a problem there, Larry. Thank you for joining us and sharing with us. I also notice here on the YouTube live stream, we have VA3NCA checking in, and he'll try to make it on the radio near the 73 round. He must be busy outside shoveling. Anyways, regardless, we got you checked in there, Wade. He's listening along with us on the YouTube live stream. If anyone else would like to listen along, just go to YouTube and put in VA3CJZ in the YouTube search box and look for us live there, or look for AREG week 1481. Okay, with that, let's go to Vanya, VA3XLJ. Good evening, sir.
Hello, Chuck, and hello, everybody on the net. Oh my God, I'm like broken echo, Judge. There's nothing. Yeah. So yeah, there's nothing. But I did actually went outside and shoveled the driveway. So far, I don't know how long it's snowing, but the snow is heavy and wet. So it's gonna be, if you get like a 10, 15 centimeters, obviously it's gonna be kind of a little bit challenging to shovel it, because already I kind of poke a few holes in the hood. I mean, through the snow. And it looks like we got a little bit more, anywhere in between 1/4 of an inch and a 3/8 of an inch, like accumulated on the cars, on the flat surfaces. So when you push the snow, it's kind of it rolls over the, how you say this, over the shovel as a wave. So it's really heavy. So the reason why I did that, because I left the car parked on the street, so I just pulled it in the driveway, just in case if a snow plow comes and I don't have to, dig the car out. Larry, I do appreciate for that effort that you make to find me the name and the information, but sometimes things they don't work out. Here is what it is. So we're gonna just limp along and then file something. So eventually will come along something interesting. Maybe even that lady who held a class or whatever that thing was. So back to you, Chuck.
Oh, very good there, Vanya. Yep. Well, it appears that this is going to take a little bit of patience to wait for this storm to come through, because it's supposed to be very slow moving. So, depending on what the temperatures turn out to be, like right now, it's minus 0.6. At 6 o'clock, it was plus 4 degrees, and now we're at 0, almost -1. So it'll be interesting to see what the temperatures end up being, and that'll dictate whether we get rain or snow. But anyways, Vanya, I have 2 questions for you. Winter Field Day, did you participate or make any contacts at all on the weekend? And question number 2, do you think we're in for 6 more weeks of winter?
For the winter field day, I did register myself. I didn't participate. I mean, I tried to participate in the last hour or maybe last 2 hours, but I keep calling on 70 centimeters and no one can answer me back. So I kind of gave up and went to wash the car, because the car was all like salty, like it's pretty much. I had the white car at that point, actually gray, not white, but so how much salt was on it. So that's all excitement about the field day, other than registration and that a little special 300 characters code or whatever that thing is given at the end. That's a field day. What was the second question? Oh my God. What was the second question, Chuck?
What day is today? Today is Groundhog Day. So, in the spirit of Groundhog Day, we're asking if you believe in 6 more weeks of winter, or do you believe we're actually going to get an early spring?
Chuck, for me, every day of my life is Groundhog Day. That doesn't change much. But I don't know. But I'll tell you what's interesting. Like a couple of years ago, they have this groundhog. I don't know, was it in New York or New Jersey? And they dropped the poor thing in the head after the showing, and died a couple of days later.
Oh, geez.
So they tried to. I said this to hide it. That happened. The groundhog died, but then they, let's call it, hired a new groundhog. But the new groundhog was slightly different, so people kind of clue in what happened. So yeah, I don't know, but I did like the movie though. It was interesting.
Oh yeah, if there's one thing I hate, it's that movie. They repeated the same scenes over too often for me. It was getting annoying. The entire movie was just over the same thing. I didn't like it. It didn't change until near the end of the movie. So to me, that's a turnoff. And I read online today, Vanya, speaking of groundhogs, uh, uh, the one for a town in New Jersey, I forget what his name was, Milton or Mel, something like that. Anyways, he died yesterday, so they had to scramble to find an actual a groundhog for today. So, but the groundhog did live to be 6 years old, and on average, they only live 3 years. So he had a great life.
Yeah, probably he's living the same life as the pandas in a zoo. So they get air conditioned caves and toys and whatever. Like they get massages every so often. So I mean,
yeah.
it's good. You know what? It's really good for them. Same like Kobe cows. They get massage and a beer, but all of them is bad for them.
Oh, I didn't know they had beer, but I do know that the Kobe cattle, the Kobe beef bull, gets a massage every day. No wonder they want like $150 a pound, eh?
Oh, yeah. You know what? The friend of mine, he did me a favor, so I didn't know how to repay him, and I got him a good steak, like an inch steak. So I guess he's even better friend now. I don't know.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Yeah, I don't care who you are, but if you're not a vegetarian, there's nothing like a good steak. And I do acknowledge the other station there, VE3RPP. We'll get to you next. All right, there, Vanya. Anything else to add? You going to stick around or no?
It's cold in the basement, Chuck. Really cold, but I'll try.
There you go. Put another pair of socks on and another pair of sweatpants on, and you'll be fine. Okay, Vanya, thanks for joining us. That other station who didn't identify himself there, can you come in again?
Free RPP.
Hey, there you go. I was right, but we needed to make sure. You know that, right, Ricky? How's it going?
Well, if it stops snowing, it'd be better.
Yeah. Well, we didn't really get winter until what? The end of January, middle to late January. So we're a couple of weeks behind today, which brings me to one of my questions. Do you think we got 6 more weeks of winter or no?
The way the year's been going, like this year and last year and the year before, I think we might be.
Might be what?
6 more weeks of snow.
Yeah, it's kind of feeling that way to me, Maybe it's because we got a snowstorm coming down. I don't know, but it just feels that way to me there. So, what's new? What's shaking with you there, Rick?
Nothing, just staying home, man.
All right, very good. You using your radio at all, or rarely? I don't hear you very often.
I got it on sometimes. I'm listening usually.
We used to have a guy like that. We used to call him Larry the Listener. Do you know who that is?
No, who's that?
Anybody else out there know who Larry the Listener is?
It's enough out of you, VA3LJW.
There's another one. VA3LJW. Hey, I found who your cousin is there. VE3LJW.
Really?
Yeah, he's doing Parks on the Air and in the Hamilton here. His name is Dave, I think.
Dave. Hey, just want to jump in here and say hello. That's all. Have a good one. VA3LJW. I'll be back to listening. Over.
Okay, there, Larry. Thanks for jumping in and saying hi. And sounds like you're chewing on something. You're making me think of my beef jerky there. I'm going to have to start making that again.
Yeah, Caesar salad I'm having.
Very good. Yeah, nothing wrong with a good Caesar salad. All right, Larry, thanks for that. Let's go back to Ricky there. Anything else, Rick?
No, I'm just glad I don't have sidewalks and I don't have to shovel the snow.
Oh, no sidewalks. Oh, yeah, I guess that's a bonus. For me, I have a sidewalk and walkway, but I got no driveway. So, but it doesn't matter. I end up shoveling the snow around the car that's on the street. So you can't win.
No, you can't.
All right, Rick, you gonna stick around with us?
Yeah, I'll be listening.
All right. Well, let's check in with the other with the senior, Rick, VA3AXJ. Are you there, Rick?
Yeah, I'm still here. I just looked outside and I'm not liking this at all.
Yeah, I bet you if you start pushing that with a shovel right now, it's going to be awfully heavy.
Yeah, I'm just hoping it doesn't get too deep. Even the blower might have problems throwing it.
Oh, yeah. Unless it gets colder. I don't know how cold they're calling for it to be tonight, but it's not even -1 here at the house. So hopefully it does, because I hate that heavy stuff too, and so does my back.
You know, I had some last year, and it did the job. That was really condensed too, eh? It was really, really heavy. But it threw it out the chute. So I'm hoping I'm going to get away with it. So says the king of peanut butter land. Yeah, there it is. Good evening, Rick. Good evening, Paul. How's things up in the hill? Snowy. Probably going to get more than us up. You'll get more up there, and we will down here, higher elevation, eh? That's good, though. You need the exercise. I thought you were coming up to shovel it there. You can do something for me that I can't do for myself, and that's kiss my... Oh, come on, you can come up and shovel mine. I'll drop all them times you owe me for coming up my mountain. Yeah, well, $1.98, and I come back with a busted back. No, thank you. You will go back to Chuck there, and yeah, I'm going to try and hang in for a little bit more there, Chuck. See what happens here. I'm going to have to get to bed early and get up earlier. VXJ. We'll be listening.
You cry, baby. But there's a guy that only drinks fake beer.
I do.
All right, very good. Hey, we used to sell fake beer in the stores, and now we're selling real beers. It's coming pretty soon. It'll be everywhere. You'll be able to get it like in Quebec at the dépanneur. They call those. Those are basically like a 7-Eleven type store. But yeah, geez, I remember last time I was in Quebec. Yeah, you just walk in the store. They have walk-in refrigerators. And you just grab a case from inside the cooler there and go.
Years to come, they're going to be mailing you free samples of the
stuff. Yeah. Never mind. They got marijuana infused beer now, so anything goes.
Now, if we could just get a marijuana infused government, then we might get somewhere.
Yeah, either Trudeau needs to smoke a little, or he's smoking too much. One of the two, that's for sure.
I think smoking too much. I think smoking the wrong thing.
Yeah, I hear you. All right then, guys and gals. Any other comments before we do another call out? Oh yeah, and since I was trying to tell Ricky there that about a guy named Larry the Listener, asked him if he knew who he was. He didn't. Do you know, Paul? I'm sure you do.
Of course I know. Geez, I was there right at the beginning. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Roger. We're talking about VE3LBI there, Ricky. We used to call him Larry the Listener.
Okay, I know what you're talking about now.
All right, then. Since we got that straightened out, let's see who else would like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is week 1,481 weeks that AREG has been on. I'm your net controller, Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. Looking for check-ins. Please come now.
Victor Echo 3, Tango Oscar.
Okay, I heard VE3 Tango Oscar. Gary, good evening and welcome. We got two questions going on tonight. Did you participate in the winter field day? And do you think we're getting 6 more weeks of winter?
Well, I don't think we had a real review of that because Wyerton Willie's gone, eh?
Yeah, he dies every 3 years.
Yeah, Roger. You know something? I think we'll see spring in another 4 to 6 weeks there. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. It must be the fact that we're into another storm right now, but we started late having winter, really, if you think about it. Second half of January is a little bit late.
Yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow morning with everybody, and it's interesting anyway with winter this year, and I've used the snowblower twice, so that tells you something.
Yeah, geez, I remember when I bought a brand new snow thrower, and I didn't even get to use it that winter.
I think I used mine 6 times last year, so that tells you how much snow we're getting anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. How about HF there, Larry? Gary? Did you do anything on the weekend with HF or no?
That's negative. We did things that were family related. Take the granddaughter tobogganing, that type of stuff.
Ah, yeah, right on. Okay, very good. So anything else new and exciting you want to share with us there, Gary?
Well, the thing I want to share with you is that we found the price tag on the toboggan. When my kids were small, and they're now about 33 years old, the toboggan was $42, and that was one of the good wood ones with the mat and that type of stuff. So I'm not sure what they're worth today.
God, they got to be worth at least double that. I'd say maybe $90. That's a good thing to try and look up. How much is a wooden full length toboggan where you can put more than just one person on?
Yeah, this one had the pad and everything. Like we used it for our two kids, and then I put it down in the basement there. And then when my son had his, I said,
full length wooden toboggan.
You'll use it. So I ended up using it because he was working.
Holy smokes there, Gary. I just Googled it while you were talking, and where's this? There's one at Canadian Tire that's got a pad for $49.95, but then I see other ones that are anywhere from $85, $140 to $300 if you want a real good one.
Oh, this was a real good one there, Ray, and you put 3 people on.
Yeah. I think 6 foot is the length there for a full one. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see what Amazon has them on for sale at. Oh, currently unavailable. Imagine that.
Yeah, roger there. Anyway, at least my son waxed the bottom there with his ski wax there, and that made a big difference.
Yeah, whenever anybody says something like that, I always think of National Lampoon's movie there, where the guy has this brand new toboggan. It basically looks like a steel disc that he waxes up there, and when he takes off with it, it's hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. Chubby Chase there, right?
Yeah. I love that scene. That was funny as heck.
Anyway, guys, be safe tomorrow morning. It's going to be slippery, and the road conditions may not be the best there. I remember going to work and going down to Queen Street Hill, and it was totally snow-covered without any tracks in it. So,
Captain Obvious.
Just hope they get the mountain there and that type of stuff, keep it safe. And anyway, we'll catch you later there. Thank you for being there this evening.
All right, Gary. Well, thank you for taking the time out and joining us to say hello. Much appreciated, sir. We will be as careful as possible there tomorrow. And you do the same, Gary. Thanks for coming in. VE3TTO. Anyone else out there like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is VA3CJZ in the East End of Hamilton. My name is Chuck, and we're looking for check-ins. Please come now. All right. Well, I didn't hear anything, but let's go up the list and say hello to LDZ, VE3LDZ, Larry.
But what about on this day in history?
Oh, you had to.
Uh-oh. Well, first we'll talk to Larry.
No worries. Nope, just sitting around, watching the snowfall. See what happens in the morning.
All right. Well, hopefully they don't keep you out too long there, and I'm sure everybody looks forward to getting their wallets fattened up a little bit. All right there, Larry. Do appreciate that. And I think we'll start off with birthdays today. We have a few celebrities that have had birthdays on this day. And the first one I'd like to bring up is Farrah Fawcett. She was born on this day in 1947, died in 2009. Dwayne Chapman, does that ring a bell? Dog the Bounty Hunter. It's his birthday today. He was born in 1953. And Christy Brinkley, Her birthday is today, 1954. And Howard Johnson from the hotel chain. Howard Johnson, he was born in 1897 on this day. And last but not least is Graham Nash from Crosby, Stills, and Nash. He was born on this day in 1942, and he's still alive. There you go. All right. With that, uh, hopefully that satisfied some of you for on this day.
I think Paul wants to hear some Victorian references.
Hey, listen, you said enough. Just sit back and be quiet and be counted.
All right. Well, there's quite a few more that have died on this day. Boris Karloff from Frankenstein, The Mummy. He died in 1969 at the age of 81 from pneumonia. Sid Vicious from the Sex Pistols died on this day in 1979. Died of a heroin overdose at the tender age of 21. The British actor, Donald Pleasance. He was in the Halloween movies, Escape from New York, and a lot of other movies. He died in 1995 from heart failure at the age of 75. And Gene Kelly, the dancer, actor from the old days, died in 1996 at the age of 83. And then, of course, the American sniper, Chris Kyle, passed away on this day in 2013 at the age of 38. Okay. Oh, there's more. We'll get to that later. Okay. Let's see if anybody else is out there would like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. Looking for check-ins. Please come now. Well, since PDL doesn't like hearing about on this day, maybe he's got something to tell us because he's up next. VE3 PDL, your turn.
Throw me under the bus now. I get it. Well, I got to come up with something. Besides Max really short, I'm not coming up with anything. Well, not sayable anyway.
All right. Well, I got something for you. You've all heard of that famous groundhog called Punxsutawney Phil. Well, the very first Groundhog Day was observed in 1887 in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. So 1887 was the very first Groundhog Day in North America. So there you go.
And did he see his shadow back then or not?
Don't know. Doesn't say that. Hey, think of this one. How long do you think a boxing match, the longest boxing match ever, how many rounds do you think it lasted?
Oh, I don't have a clue. I didn't know you could keep going and keep going and keep going. So, yeah, mine would just be a close your eyes and point at the map kind of a pick. So, I'll swing that over to Mac or anybody else wants to answer that. Go ahead, V3PDL.
69 rounds, and then her eyes rolled back in her head.
Darn. I'm dropping the ball, man. That was a good one.
That was good. But you know what? He was pretty close because it's 77 rounds. 130 years ago, of course, in 1892. Longest boxing match under modern rules. in Illinois. Harry Sharp against Frank Crosby. 77 rounds. Talk about endurance. It's okay,
which guy
buddy.
won? A G match?
Boxing. Gentlemen's boxing.
And who won?
I didn't check that out.
Farrah Fawcett.
Yeah, the bookies won.
Yeah.
The mob. All right. Dog sleds reached Nome, Alaska with emergency diphtheria serum on a 1,000 kilometer run in 1925. Dog sleds reached Nome, Alaska to help everybody that had diphtheria. And don't ask me what that is. It's a disease.
So who did let the dogs out?
The bobsled team.
Is that a similar disease to your belly stick out farther than do?
Yeah, but I'm sure there was some other materials escaping from the lower half of the body.
Well, that's going too far, driver.
Oh, on this day in 1959, Buddy Holly's last performance. And get this, Austria used a rocket to deliver mail. It says here in 1931, the first use of a rocket to deliver mail. It just says Austria. Must have been important mail.
Hi, Tom.
Snow.
Okay, I hear a contact in there. Go ahead, contact.
Hey, we got somebody who wants to check in. And good morning from sunny southwest Australia. VK60QQ back from that. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Reg. VK6, BQQ. Reg in Australia. Well, I bet you the weather's a lot nicer there than it is here. You know, it's full on winter here and it's full on summer over there. Geez, I wish I was over there. Reg, how's things? VA3 CJZ.
Next control, VK60QQ. Well, you know, living the dream, as they say, paradise. About 27 degrees centigrade here. Sun's out. Just a beautiful day. The coffee's on. I'm on the right side. So all is good, sir.
All right. Thank you very much, Reg, for checking in, taking the time out of your busy summer day to say hello to us. Much appreciated, sir. And hope everything is well with you and the family. Thanks for checking into the AREG, sir. You are check-in number 16 tonight. Much appreciated. We'll leave it open for a second here, and let's see if anybody would like to say hello to Australia.
Good day there, Reg. Victor Echo 3, Papa Delta Lima. It's been a while since I spoke to you, sir. Hope you're doing fine.
Fantastic. Yes, we're doing fine down here. By golly, I'll tell you, we're busy. We've got the month of March happening for commemorating the folks of the Lancaster bomber. So emails flying and people getting involved, and we thank Rick for doing what he's doing up there in Canada. So all is good. By golly, event plus.
Very good, sir. Very good. Well, you guys keep up the good work, and we'll be here applauding you as you go. VE3PDL, back to net.
All right. Very good. Anyone else want to say hello to Reg? All right, Reg. I'm sure there's more people, but they're kind of shy. But in any case, very good. Good to hear that you're busy, continuously busy with the aviation industry, and of course the Lancaster bomber, very famous plane. And so very good. Thanks for taking the time out to check in with us, Reggie. We hope to check in with you on Friday evening, or should I say Saturday morning in Australia. VK6 BQQ VA3 CJZ. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, you know, it's a lot of good folks being involved with the Lancaster. They say I got involved early days of Canadian Warplane Heritage, and when that Lancaster fuselage came down, there was a lot of work. So we're commemorating and realizing the folks have the past and the present and the future. So, yeah, for those folks out there on the net this evening, my morning, 8 o'clock Friday nights, our Friday night cat net and our flying pick net will continue. I think this week is 1,045 weeks consecutive since I left Hamilton doing the net. And, of course, it's gone worldwide. And it's folks like Rick, V3BK, that certainly helps out in Canada with us. And we do appreciate his efforts and everyone working on it. So join us on a Friday night.
Okay, Reg, will do. And as always, whenever we can, we are streaming live on YouTube. So if you want to listen back to the net, just put in my call sign in the YouTube search box, and that's VA3CJZ. And you can listen back by sliding the bar at the bottom back and forth to wherever you want to listen. Okay, Reg, I'll thank you again, sir. And you have a great rest of the day, and we'll talk to you again soon, I hope. Be safe and take care. VK6, BQQ, VA3, CJZ.
And thanks there, Rick. That was pretty cool, brother.
Hey, you're on, Reg. All right, very good. Well, thanks for having me. By golly, it's certainly a pleasure to be here. Thanks to Rick for doing what he's doing there to make it possible to talk to you folks up there. A real pleasure, and thank you very much.
Okay, Reg, the pleasure is ours. And again, thank you, Rick, VE3 Bravo Kilowatt, for making this possible. All the way from Australia to Hamilton, Ontario, Reggie's old home. Okay, with that, let's do another call out and see if anybody else would like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3 CJZ looking for check-ins. All right, nothing heard. So yeah, that was awesome, Rick. Beaming Reggie in from Australia to the Amateur Radio Exchange Group net, and that's the third time I believe he's done that, and it's always a pleasure. We love hearing things like that here on the net. All right, with that, let's see if I don't think Richard got his Bofang charged up yet, but he's next on the list, and let's give him a shout. VA3 VJC. Okay, nothing heard. And next is Rick, but he's busy wrapping it up with Reg, and so we'll go to VA3 IMW, and when Rick has time, he can check back in. Over to you there, Mac.
Well, Chuck, this net's always a high point in the week. A lot of good banter and some humor. The unfortunate part is with the nets that I pop into on a regular basis, Simcoe, Toronto, and surrounding areas, I try to throw a plug in for this net every chance I get. Unfortunately, either those stations aren't able to get in and reach us, or they just feign their interest. Anyways, always great to have an opportunity to have a couple of hours of distraction. So keep up the good work. Other than that, just sitting here by the fireplace, watching a little TV, and dreaming about the disasters I'm going to face tomorrow in the work world. But that's for another day. Back to you.
That's right there, Mac. Thank you for the compliment there. We do like to have fun, but keep some type of order. And so we're not as tight on the rules as other nets are, but we still keep it clean, keep some type of order, and have loads of fun along the way. And having somebody like Rick patch in Reggie there from Australia is always a bonus. Thing you never know what's going to happen on the amateur radio exchange group, and we like to have fun. And so for a couple of hours, people can relax, and as long as there's no swearing, politics, or religion, it's all good. Okay, Mac, you know what? You mentioned fireplace there. I wish I had a fireplace here. That'd be nice right about now.
Yeah, well, my wife was a little skeptical about the fireplace when we first took this place over. We bought it under power of sale, so I kind of secretly got down here and cleaned everything up and lit it up, and it still works. So it's a good old time. It's an older model of a gas fireplace, but it doesn't require hydro, which means it's an alternate heat source if the power goes out and the furnace
Absolutely.
doesn't work. And we've had that a couple of times. So anyways, you skipped over Rick because he's busy, and you came to me, but I forgot. OYL was in there, and she was in the lineup before Rick, so we've kind of forgot Deb.
Okay, yeah, it's just that I wrote her down in the list further down, but you're absolutely right. We'll go and check in on Deb right now. So thank you, Mac, for the compliment, and hope you enjoy the rest of the net. VA3IMW. Let's go down to the list to Deb, VA3OYL in West End, Hamilton.
Thanks, Mac, for remembering me. Not much going on here. I put the old TV on the Olympics, so it's going to stay on that channel for the next while. There are some events happening now, just curling, and tonight at a little after 11, women's hockey, which Canada is playing. So I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what? I completely forgot about that. There's so much going on in the world right now. I completely forgot about the Olympics. Personally, I think they should have waited, but it is what it is. Money was put up, contracts were up, and they just had to continue on with it. I'm sure it's all about the money. That's why they didn't want to hold it off. But anyways, yeah, very good. We'll have to keep tabs on the hockey teams, both the men and women's, and see how that goes. So we're going to wish them well. Thanks for reminding me there, Deb.
No problem. Yeah, I think it'll be a nice distraction from all the crazy news out there. And I'll watch. I don't normally watch sports, so I enjoy a lot of the different events. So, yeah, it'll be good. The only problem is a lot of the stuff, if you want to watch it live, it's in the middle of the night. So, oh, well, what are you going to do?
Yeah, there is a different time zone in Japan for sure. Yeah, you got to get up at 3 or 4 in the morning to watch stuff that you like. Oh, by the way, Deb, you're sounding fabulous this evening. I don't know what mic you're on, but your signal's full strength just about here, I think, and awesome audio.
Oh, thank you. When I first checked in earlier, I was on a different radio with the stock mic, a handheld. Now I'm on a different radio with my new cheapy microphone.
cheapy studio mic.
Yeah, well, we don't have big expensive studio mics over here either. But as long as the sound quality can be achieved, that's all you need. So yeah, you are sounding fabulous, my darling. Just fabulous. Okay, Deb, anything else before we continue on?
Well, thank you. No, carry on. This will probably be my last time because I'm sure Puppy will want to do his thing. So I'll just say 7-3s now.
Oh, okay, yeah, very good, very good. I don't know if we'll be able to, do a full round and a 73 round. So it is 9:40 p.m. Okay, Deb, thank you very much for that. And you take care and enjoy the Olympics and let us know what you enjoyed next time on the net. So keep that in mind. We'll be asking you next week. Okay, VA3OYL. Next will be Larry, VE3LBI. Larry.
Short.
Oh, I heard a short. Go ahead.
VE3VOT for a check-in.
Hey, there he is. I just did a call out not too long ago, but here you are now. Yeah, we'll take you first there, Larry. Take a standby. Since this is a new check-in there, we'll say hello to Paul. I think you're in Dundas, yes?
Sitting in my usual spot. Pretty nice outside.
Yeah, well, it's only -1, so if the wind isn't too bad, then it shouldn't be too bad out there. You're doing a great job, by the way, man. You're just pounding in here over at Center Mall, full strength.
Oh, right on. That's always good to hear. Yeah, the roads are covering up pretty good up here on the hill.
Yeah. Well, let's hope our tax dollars are hard at work and they do a better job this time around.
That's for sure. Okay, back to you, Chuck, there, and I'll let Larry go next here.
All right, Paul. Much appreciated, sir. VE3VOT in the mobile out in Dundas, doing a great job. So let's go back up to Larry, VE3LBI.
Yep, we're still in here. Just outside for a couple minutes, piling up pretty good. I guess we had a big fire up here on Nebo Road. Lost a couple of businesses up there. Scully's and another place, a market up there, just at Nebo Road in Homestead last night. I just read about it now.
Oh, really? Okay. I don't think I heard anything about that either there so far. So, okay. Did you happen to catch Rick patching Reggie from Australia?
No, I was outside. I just came back in. I just came back in. I was out cleaning up a little bit outside, so I left when I had an opportunity.
All right, very good then. Okay, Larry, I guess this will be the 73 round. It's 9:43 p.m. So anything else for us tonight there, Larry?
Nope. I'm just probably listening along for till the tail end here.
All right, very good then. All right, well, let's go to Vanya then, VA3XLJ. Vanya. Okay, nothing heard. How about Ricky? VE3RPP. You still there, Ricky? Okay, nothing heard. How about Larry? VA3LJW. You want to say goodnight, Larry?
I'll say goodnight. VA3LJW saying goodnight. Take care.
All right, very good. I thought you were going to say goodnight, Larry. Get it? Good night. Anyways, thanks for checking in, Larry. Much appreciated. You have a great rest of the week, and hopefully you and the family are all doing well.
Yeah, take care, my friend. Have a good one. Be safe. Don't shovel too much snow.
Larry, where you been?
I've been around, driver.
Holy jumping Jiminy Cricket. Good to hear you in there, buddy.
Yeah, you too, PDL. E3LGW on the side again. Listening.
All right, very good. Thanks again, Larry. Well, let's see if Wade actually made it for the 73 round. Victor Alpha 3, November Charlie Alpha in Dundas. You there, Wade? Guess not. How about VE3TTO? Gary, I don't think you're there, are you?
Short.
Oh, there's a short in there. Go ahead, short.
Yeah, I'm still here, Chuck. CA3AXJ. One portable. I don't know if you can hear me.
Oh, yeah, I've got you full strength on the portable over here, Rick.
Peanut butter's working good.
AJ. Now I put an antenna out in the porch. And some coax in. Hooks it up to the portable. I couldn't hear OYL. I'm only hearing certain, bigger stations.
Thank you.
Yeah, Paul, why don't you repeat what you just said there about the, peanut butter?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
There you Paul.
Not me, driver.
Yeah. I gotta break yourself for you.
I don't have much of a funny bone. No, couldn't have been me.
They're calling, you know what, too. Yeah, I'm talking peanut butter. Anyhow, Chuck, yeah, I held in there for as long as I could, so I'm gonna kind of pull the plug. 7.3 is the channel. You're doing a fine job. VA3, AXJ. We're going to be QRT. Catch you next week.
Grandpa's going to bed. You got your soother? You got your fake beer, Bubba's?
Okay, very funny. All right, well, Rick, thanks for jumping in there, and you were next on the list, actually, so perfect timing. You have a great rest of the evening. We'll talk to you again when we hear you. Take it easy, my friend, and we'll talk to you later. VA3 AXJ. All right, now, where was I? Something I wanted to say here. Oh, yeah, for you there, Paul. Scotty Bowman became the first coach in NHL history to win 1,000 games on this day, 1997.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you're going to bring up Montreal, Kenny Dryden was born on my birthday, August 29th, and I forget what year. So there.
Yeah, well, I know you don't mind the some of the stuff I mentioned here, so I thought a little NHL history would come in handy. Yeah, you remember the Midnight Special rock music show on TV? That debuted in 1973 on this day.
Oh, yeah. I remember when they first started coming out with music videos. That was like the Cats Meow.
Oh, I used to love that show, the Midnight Special. Oh, even that song they used at the beginning, that got me going right off the bat there. And G.I. Joe first came out in 1964 on this day. And I think I got one the same year it came out, if not a year or two later. But yeah, wow. Okay.
And the term came out changed in the 90s.
As long as he doesn't change gender, we're all good. All right, well, we're getting there. It's 9:49 p.m. here on the AREG. Temperature is -1 degrees here in Hamilton at my location outside the CJZ studio. And let's do another call out and see if anybody else would like to join us here on the AREG, Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. Looking for check-ins. Please come now.
VA3NCA.
Hey, there he is. I just called for you a couple of minutes ago. I was just killing time to hear you check in there, Wade. Good evening.
Good evening, Chuck. Good evening, everybody on net. Yeah, I heard you on the YouTube call me. I was hanging a door, so I heard my name come up, and I remembered. Oh yeah, there's someplace I would have rather been, and it was here. So I rushed to the radio and keyed up when you called there. So, anyways, 73s to all, and yeah, I guess so. Thanks for doing it, and I'll make sure to have better timing next week, anyways, for check-ins with Chuck. Thanks for doing it. Chuck, back to you, VA3NCA.
Oh, yeah, no problem there, Wade. Geez, thanks for, hope that you didn't leave the door hanging. Oh! But thanks for taking the time out and checking in with us on the radio for the 7-3 round. I don't know if you heard, but we had a gentleman patch in, a person from Hamilton that's in Australia, and that was VK6BQQ. And you can listen to that live on the YouTube. Well, maybe not live now, but you can play it back on YouTube. Just put in my call sign in the YouTube search box and look for us there, VA3CJZ. And tonight's YouTube is called AREG Week 1481. So thanks again, Wade. Sorry, and you take care and have a great rest of the week. We'll chat with you again soon.
Roger, 73s, and I did hear Reg there on the phone patch there through the YouTube, and that was great and interesting to hear. Heading back to the door I left hanging, otherwise I'll be in a jam. Anyways, over. 73s, everybody. Good night.
That's a good one, Wade.
Carpentry joke.
I see what you did there.
In a jam. Oh. All right. Well, let's do one more call out and see if anybody else is out there want to check into the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. Any new check-ins, please come now.
Good night, Chuckles. V3RPP. I'm heading in.
All right. Have a good night there, Rick. Thanks for checking in, my friend. Hope you enjoyed yourself. VE3RPP. Okay, let's go up and see if Larry is still there. VE3 Lima Delta Zulu. Oh, maybe Larry fell asleep on the couch with his pooch. Okay, very good. Well, then next is PDL. VE3 PDL. We still have a few minutes left.
It can't be my turn already. Yeah, right on, Chuck. Good night tonight. Not that all the other ones aren't good, but yeah, it was good to hear Reg in there, and everybody had a good time, I'm hoping, and always good to hear OYL in there. She's one of the only females that are in there locally that key up on a regular basis. Well, I guess Arpad's wife does too from time to time. But anyways, good to hear everybody in there. I won't be like Gary and tell you to put on your long johns and your, clean your snow shovel off, the obvious stuff. So I'll just say everybody have a good evening and enjoy tomorrow. And thanks for doing the net there, Chuck. Great job as always. V3PDO.
Thanks, Paul. And thanks for reminding me. I'm going to ask Arpad if Kathy, V3SHP, can maybe drop by and do a quick check-in with us one night. That way we'll have more than one lady check in.
Well, there you go. If you get her too, I'll get Leanne too.
Hey, there we go. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. All right, very good. Thanks, Paul. Much appreciated. Hope you enjoyed yourself as well. Okay, let's see if Rick VE3BK is available for last call there. You there, Rick?
Just before you do,
E3LLW.
Oh, thank you very much, VE3LLW. Leanne, thank you so much. You are check-in number 18 tonight, so good job. Thanks.
yeah, she said she wishes she was still 18.
Yeah, yeah, get in line.
It's before she knew me, so she was happy then.
You said it.
Hey, if I tease people up, so if I can't tease myself up, then there's something wrong. That poor woman. Right?
Yeah, I'm sure there's a few of us that can say that.
If you can't tease everyone, you might as well tease yourself. I heard that in a song one day.
No, if you're going to tease everyone else, you have to include yourself.
All right. Okay, I'm not sure how that goes, but we got 4 minutes left, and if Rick's not going to key up, then it's over to Mac, and I'm sure he'll use up those 4 minutes in one breath. VA3IMW, last call.
Okay. No, one breath is gone. Yeah, I won't tie it up. I set my my radio timer at 3 minutes, so it's going to go beep, 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 and do all kinds of crazy stuff. Anyways, yeah, it's all right now. I've learned my lesson well. If you can't please everyone, you might as well please yourself. Anyways, good job. Great, Nat, Chuck. Always great to hear you and all the guys in there, guys, gals, and everything in between. And yeah, it's something to look forward to every week. A little distraction and a little companionship along the way. Keeps us all sane in these crazy days. Keep up the good work, Chuckles. Victor Alpha 3 Indy Mike Whiskey 73s.
All right, Mac. Geez, that was short. But much appreciated, Mac. As always, it's a pleasure having you on board the Amateur Radio Exchange Group, and we hope everyone has fun while they're here. And so with that, I do believe there's one more on my list here that we're going to do last call, and that's Flynn, VE3FJJ. Flynn, last call.
Hello, Chuck. Everybody on net? Yeah. Thanks for having the net. I was sitting here listening along. I guess I missed out the last call, but that's okay. Anyways, back to you. Thanks again there, Chuck.
All right, very good, Flynn. Always a pleasure having you on board as well. And I don't know if you caught that check-in that we got from Australia there, but you can check it out on the YouTube. You know how to get to it there. Just put my call in there, and you can play it back. Just grab the slider at the bottom of the video and move the slider back and forth, and you can listen where you like. Okay, thanks, Flynn. Let's see. Does anybody else have any comments or wants to talk to someone else, send a message or anything? Please go now.
Flynn, are you outside in the igloo? V3PDO.
Yes, I am, Paul, in the igloo.
You're a braver man than me.
Oh, no, she's toasty warm in here. She's about, let me see. She's probably about 65, 70 in here right now.
What?
That's not too bad.
What's the igloo?
But hey, it works. That's all that matters.
Go ahead, Chuck.
What's the igloo?
My rig shack.
Oh, but you didn't make an igloo.
Before he walks in the road.
Well, some days it's cold, some days it's not, right? So everybody just, yeah, good name for it, Paul. They would just call it the good old igloo.
Yeah, Roger. Today you gotta call it the igloo. It's gotta be covered.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we had a little bit of water coming in from the ground that was a little, I guess I have a low spot, so the water was coming in a little bit, but we fixed that and it's okay now.
Well, right on.
But anyways, there, albeit our Paul, pleasure, and we'll pass it back to Chuck, and we'll have a convo later.
Good to hear you in there, my friend. Back over to you, Chuck, V3PDO.
Okay, very good. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, well, it is 10 p.m. And before we go, let's see if any last-minute check-ins would like to come forward. This is VA3CJZ with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Any last-minute check-ins, please come now.
V3KKP.
Holy, speaking of last minute, it just turned 10:01. VE3KKP, Kevin, good evening.
Evening, yeah. Late, but I made it.
Yeah, sure enough. What's happening? What's going on?
Damn it.
Oh, I imagine someone keyed up over me. I was asking you what's going on with you there, Kevin.
It's been an expensive couple days. Furnace went yesterday. So we got a new one put in today. So, yeah. We've been freezing all day. But anyway, other than that, lots of snow coming, so I'll be busy tomorrow.
Yeah, there's $4,000 or $5,000 spent.
Yeah, thank God it's going to snow. I got to make it up tomorrow.
Yeah, Roger.
There.
What was that?
You shouldn't have been cold over there.
Oh, yeah, I was cold.
Don't know why.
Yeah,
just a minute.
I don't know either.
That's just a me joke.
Yeah, it was $4,500. Yeah,
Ooh.
I wasn't gonna rent it because you've heard those horror stories, I'm sure.
Yeah, I knew the price because we priced ours and the external air conditioner outside. That's the same price as replacing your furnace.
Wow.
Between $4,000 and $5,000, depending on the model.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's what my furnace was 40 years old, Paul, and I was told never to replace it until it finally give up. And it finally give up. For about the last year, it's been like rattling, making a funny noise. Oh, we got to get it looked at. No, we don't. There's heat coming out. Leave it alone. Don't touch it. The minute that guy walks in here, he's going to try to sell you a new one, so forget about it. It's okay. It's just a little noisy. We can handle it.
Yeah, till the middle of the night when it dies on you and everybody wakes up freezing cold.
No, it was a good thing it happened during the day. I was sitting here in the radio room, and all of a sudden, I could smell smoke. I'm looking at the radios, the power supply. One of the radios was going up in smoke. Anyway, I go, something on fire out there? And Betty come running in here. She goes, no, it's your radios. I go, it is not. I go, check out the vent. She goes, yes, it's coming out of the vent. I go, get the power off to the furnace. So anyway, yeah, the belt burned right off. I guess the engine motor seized or something.
No, bummer, eh? So how many hours of chilliness did you have?
Well, it happened yesterday, probably noon hour, I guess, around something like that. Maybe a bit later, maybe around 1 o'clock. Anyway, we phoned the guy come right out, because I said on the phone, I just need a belt, because the belt came off. And so he got out of here, and he goes, holy crap, this thing's about 35, 40 years old? I go, yeah, I've been told that. He goes, wow. He goes, okay, I might be able to get this belt But the belt's like around 250, and I'm not sure if your motor seized or not because it's been cooling down for so long. That, you know, it might just do the same thing again when it gets warm. He says, I would really suggest just pulling it, you know, like the money you're going to spend on it. And who knows how long it's going to last, right? So you're going to spend $1,000 to get it done, and then next day it might. So we went all night without heat, and the guy was right here at 8:30 this morning banging on the door to come in. So it took him about 5 hours to change everything and drill the hole in the wall to put the pipe outside. And
Short.
Right on. Very good. Go ahead, Short.
Yeah, okay, guys. I just want to officially wrap up the AREG, do my thing here, and you guys can continue on. Much appreciated there. Okay, so here we go. It's now time to close this week's AREG. And tonight we had 19 check-ins, with Kevin being the last one. I'd like to thank everyone for participating in this week's AREG, and I look forward to hearing from you again next week. Until then, stay safe. Have a great rest of the week. This is VA3 CJZ saying 7-3 and good night. Thanks, guys. Carry on.
well, thanks, Chuck. Get your garbage out. It's going to be snow covered. You might want to wait till the morning.
Yeah, we're going to wait till the wife comes home, so around 11-ish. We'll make sure we have all the trash, because I hate it when I put it out and then she goes, what about this? What about that?
Pretty bad, Paul, when you have to be supervised on putting out the garbage.
I know, when you can't figure it out all by yourself.
Okay, with that, we're going to disconnect the YouTube live stream, and we're going to take a break. VA3 CJZ. Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.
Have a good night, Chuck. If you come back before I go to bed, I'll talk to you then. V3 PDO.
All right.
Yeah. See you, Chuck. Yeah, you're absolutely right about the same price, though, because we did the